So today we will learn pointers with structure. Before learning this video, please learn the first and second part of this video and some basic pointer videos of this series. The link is given in the description. Today our topic is pointers and structure. So here we declare one structure struct student and the member variables are integer roll number and one character array that is name. And here we declare one object of this structure struct student s1. Now if we declare this, then in memory it is s1 dot roll number. This variable takes how many bytes? Because it is integer, it takes 4 bytes. Then it starts what? Then it starts this variable. It is member variable. It starts from 1004 location. It is s1 dot name. So this is our student structure in memory. Now we know that the type of pointer should be the same as the type of block whose address is contained by that pointer. Means what? If I write int I, then I is an integer variable. If I write int star p, means p can contain the address of an integer. So the type of I and type of p is same. Int I and int star I. In the same way, to contain address of structure variable, the type of the pointer should also be of same type. How? How you can declare a structure pointer? In this way. So if I write int I and to hold the address of I, you have to write what? You have to write int star I. In the same way, for student type, you have to write student star p, because student is a structure variable. So you have to write struct student star p because it is user defined. That's why you have to write struct student star p. So p can hold an address of structure student. Okay. And this one is struct student s1. This one is normal variable of type student, and p can hold the address of student type. So to hold the address of s1, you have to write p equal to ampersand s1. So what is the base address of this student? It is 1000. So 1000 is stored to the variable, this pointer variable p. So you have to write p and the content of p is 1000. In the above code, P is a pointer of type student. So it can point to any student block. So any student block P can point. P can hold the address of structure student. S1 is a variable of type student. S1 is also a variable of type students. So we can assign the address of S1 to P. Accessing member of structure S1 through P need a different operator called member access operator, arrow operator. Means what? If I access this member variable through S1, you have to write S1 dot roll numbers, S1 dot name. We already learned these things in our previous video. Now, if I want to access through the address, means through P, I want to access this member variable roll number and name, you have to write P arrow roll number, P arrow name in this way. So, we recall, structure element can be accessed through a structure variable using a dot operator, and structure element can be accessed through a pointer to a structure using a arrow operator. So, see the example. See, here I declare one structure variable, okay, B. This is our definition of structure, and we declare one structure variable B. Now, book, struct book. This one is two character array, one for name, another for author, another one integer variable for pages. And now I initialize the variable by these values. So in memory, how it looks, this one is our values, and this is b dot name, this is b dot author, and this is b dot pages. Now in memory, if the base address of the structure variable is 4001, so it takes 25 bytes. So it is 4026, and it starts from 4051 after 25 bytes. So it starts from 4051. So this is the memory representation of this structure. Now from main, I declare one pointer variable of type book. I repeat, I declare one pointer variable of type book. So ptr can hold an address of book. type book, and because book is not a system defined data type, it is a user defined data type, that's why you have to write struct. So PTR is a type of struct book type. Now I give the base address of this object to PTR. So PTR holds which address? This one, 4001, the base address. The value of PTR is now what? 4001. So this is our PTR and it holds 4001, the base address. Now if I want to print these values, you can write b.name, b.author and b.pages. You already learned these things in our previous video, that by object we can access the member variable. But if you want to access these values by your pointer, you have to write ptr arrow name, ptr arrow author and ptr arrow pages. So there are two ways to access the values of member variables. First way is this, through the object, then you have to use dot operator, and second way is through the pointer, then you have to use arrow operator. So when you run the program, see the code. When you run the program, this is our structure, this is initialization. Now in main I declare one variable of type book star PTR, and then I give the base address of this object to PTR. Now there are two ways to access the values of these member variables. So when we run the program, we get, see here, we get same values, C programming, KDAS and 200. So there are two ways so that you can access the values of those variables. Our next topic is passing address of a structure variable to a function. How you can pass the address of a structure variable to a function. See here, this is one structure struct book, and two arrays for name and author, character array, and one for integer variable for pages. Now in main I declare one object of the type book and I initialize by the values. Now see here in memory, this is b.name, b.author and b.pages corresponding values, and in memory it's stored like this. Now I call one function display by the address of B. Address of B means always the starting address or the base address. It is 4001. So I call one function display and I am passing the address of B. Address of B means the base address, that I am passing 4001. So 4000 is the address of what? 4000 is the address of 4001, sorry. 4001 is the address of what? 4001 is the address of this structure. So you have to declare one in here, means in the parameter you have to declare one variable that can hold the address of the structure. So here you have to declare one variable, one pointer variable of type book. So you have to write struct book star PTR, means PTR can hold the address of type struct book. I repeat, PTR can hold the address of type struct book. So you have to write struct book star PTR. So address of B means I am sending the base address, or I am sending the address of this structure, the base address of the structure 4001. So here you have to declare struct book star PTR. So what is the value of PTR now? PTR is 4001. Okay. Now by the address you want to access these values and want to print this. So you have to write ptr arrow name, ptr arrow author, ptr arrow pages. In this way you can pass the address of a structure variable to a function. So see the code. So this is our ptr equals to 4001. So ptr holds the value 4001 here. See the code. So this is our structure. Here I initialize the values in main and I am passing the address of the object of that structure to where in a function. So ptr can hold an address of the structure of this object B. So ptr arrow name, ptr arrow author, ptr arrow pages, you can print the values. So when you run the program, you get the output. you will get the output. Okay, so this is this program. Another example of structure pointer. See, this is our structure, struct student, int roll number, one variable for roll number, another is for name, one character array. Now, from main, I declare one structure, one object of type student, struct student s1. So in memory, this is s1 dot roll number, this is s1 dot name. If I start from 1000, address is 1000, then name address of s1 dot name is 1004 because integer takes 4 bytes. So now we call one function input. I am sending the address of s1. So call the function input and send the address of s1. So address of s1, the base address is 1000. So this is our input function. So what is the parameter? Parameter is struct student star p, means p can hold an address of type struct student. I repeat, p can hold an address of type struct student. So p can hold 1000 address of type student. So p can hold 1000. So see here, p is 1000. Now here I am taking the value for roll number, enter roll number. So structure element can be accessed through a pointer to a structure using the arrow operator. We already learned this thing. So if you want to access this roll number, so you have to write p arrow roll number. If you want to access by s1, then you have to write s1 dot roll number. But here you want to access through the pointer, so you have to write p1 arrow roll number. So this is p1 arrow roll number. Now enter name, again you have to write getS p1 arrow name, because it is string. You have to write getS p1 arrow name, because p is the address of this structure. So you have to write arrow operator. Now in this way you can take the input and write another function for taking input. Now your next task is to want to print the taken value. So you have to write another function display s1. See here, here I am passing only the object, not the address of the object. So just write struct student s. See here, here I am passing the address of the object, and here I am passing the only the object. So just write struct student s. Now here when you are only passing the object, then no need to write arrow operator. Here you have to write dot operator. So structure element can be accessed to a structure variable using a dot operator. So you want to print, just write s dot roll number and s dot name. In this way you can print. So here input function that takes an address of s1 in structure pointer. See here, if input data, it inputs data and store them directly to the variable s1. See here, take the data and store them directly to the variable s1. So no need to return any value. See, no need to return any value because I am passing the address. So directly it's stored here. So no need to return any value. So see the code. This is our structure. These are prototype. Then here input function and display function, call input function, call display function. This is our input function. Here I am passing the address of the structure. So if you want to print, you have to write p arrow roll number, p arrow name, because it is pointer variable, that is the pointer of the structure, and it is struct student s. It is normal object, so you have to write s dot roll number, s dot name. And here no need to write any return. It directly stores the value to s, to the memory location, s dot roll number and s dot name. So when you run the program, enter your roll number, say 20, enter your name, say Bikram. See, in this way you can execute this program. Pause this video and try to execute this program by your own. passing individual structure element. See, this is our structure, two character array for name and author and another integer variable for pages, and I initialize the object book, one object B, it is that of type book, and I initialize B by these values. So in memory it looks like this. So if first array name start from 4001, then second author starts from 4026 and integer pages starts from 4051. Now if I want to display this item, C programming KDAS and 200, these values if I want to display. So I call one function display and I am passing b.name, b.author and b.pages. See, b.name means what? Name means what? Name is the array name. Okay. Author is what? Author is another array name. Is it? So, when we are just passing the name of an array means we are passing the base address of that array. I repeat, the name of an array means the base address of that array. So, when I am passing b.name and b.author, actually I am passing the address of the array name and address of the array author. So, here parameters should be character star s, character star t and intent. So character star s means what? S can hold an address of a character. I am passing the base address of the array name. So it is 4001. So what is the value of s now? 4001. I am passing 4001 here. Character star t means what? T can hold an address of a character. So here I am passing the base address of author. It is what? It is 4026. So you have to write character start t here. Value of t is 4026 and intent means here I am passing the value. Value means 200. So what is the value of n here? N is 200. So when we want to print, you just write S, T and N. What is S? S is because you are writing percentage S here. So it prints C programming, and T percentage S here you are writing. So it prints KDAS and N is 200. So this is the program. In this way you can pass the individual structure element to a function by pointer. See the code. So this is our code. This is our structure initialization, and this function is for display, and here we are calling display function. So when we run the program, we get the required output. Accessing array of structure using pointer. So this is our structure student. One integer variable roll number, another is a character array for name. Now this is our main function. Here I declare one array of type student. So here student is a structure type variable. So it is array of structure. So this array hold maximum 4 student information. So because it is array, for taking input you have to execute one for loop for I equals to 0, I less than equals to 3. So this loop will execute 4 times and you have to take the information from the user. So call one function input. So this is our input function, and here you have to send the address of first time it is S0, second time it is S1, third time it is S2 and fourth time it is S3. So here you are sending the address of S0 first time, S1 second time in this way. So struct student star P. P can hold an address of a student type variable, struct student type variable. So first time it holds the address of S0, second time it holds the address of S1 in this way. So here when you want to take the input from the user, because P is a pointer type variable and of type student, you have to write P arrow roll number. And for taking name, you have to write get as P arrow name. Now for printing Again, you have to execute another for loop because it is array of structure. So here call a function display, and you can, this is our display, you can directly display the values. So see here, first time I am passing S0, so it prints S0 dot roll number, S0 dot name. Second time I am passing S1, so it prints S1 dot roll number, S1 dot name. In this way it will print 4 student information. See, no need to return any value because we are using pointer here. Because we are using pointer, directly at that location we can store the value. See the code. So this is our structure. These are the prototype of our function. Now from main we call input function for taking input, and another function display. You have to execute the for loop. This is our input function, and this is our display function. Pause this video. Try to execute this program by your own. So when you run the program, say enter student roll number 1, name say Rick, enter student roll number, say Harsh, enter student roll number, enter student roll number. Now in this way you can print or display the student details. Self-referential structure. Self-referential structure are those structures that have one or more pointers which point to the same type of structure as their member. In other words, we can say structure pointing to the same type of structure are called self-referential in nature. See the example. Here I am declaring one structure node. Two member variables are there. One is information info, int info. Another is struct node star next. Means next can hold an address of which type? It is of node type. So here next can hold an address of node type variable. Means these member variable reference to the same type. That's why this type of structure is called self-referential structure. We will learn this thing in detail later in our data structure series. In this example, next is a pointer to a structure of type node. Hence, the structure node is a self-referential structure with node as the referencing pointer. One thing you have to remember that you have to initialize properly this pointer because by default this pointer contains garbage value. Now these are your homework. Try to solve this problem and answer me in the comment section what is the output of this problem. Pause this video, try to solve this problem and answer me in the comment section what is the output of this problem. I am waiting for your reply. For getting more and more updates, please subscribe my channel. That's all for today. Thank you.